What if I told you that when you buy a stock, you're not actually buying a company? You're not walking into Apple, shaking hands with Tim Cook, and owning a piece of a building or a product line. You're not directly controlling decisions or collecting profits in the way most beginners imagine. Instead, you're stepping into one of the most complex systems ever created by humans, a massive, invisible battlefield where trillions of dollars move every single day, driven by expectation, fear, greed, and algorithms reacting faster than any human possibly can. And here's the part most people never realize. The stock market is not really about buying low and selling high. It's about understanding who controls the flow of money, and why prices move long before anything in the real world actually changes. Once you understand that, the entire market starts to look completely different. Imagine a place that never closes. No store hours, no physical location, no single authority controlling prices. Just constant motion, money shifting hands every second of every trading day. That's the stock market. At the center of it are exchanges like the S&P 500, which tracks the performance of 500 of the largest companies in the United States. But here's what most beginners misunderstand from the very beginning. There is no fixed price for any stock. Every price you see on your screen is not assigned. It is discovered in real time through a continuous negotiation between buyers and sellers. And that negotiation is driven by one fundamental force: supply and demand. When more people want to buy than sell, prices rise. When more people want to sell than buy, prices fall. It sounds simple on the surface, but underneath that simplicity is an entire global system of psychology, technology, and financial strategy interacting at the same time. To truly understand how the stock market works, you have to stop thinking of it as a place where prices reflect reality. Instead, you need to think of it as a system that reflects expectations about reality. Every stock represents a claim on the future earnings of a company. When investors buy shares, they are not just purchasing ownership. They are placing a bet on what they believe that company will become in the future. This is why the market often behaves in ways that seem confusing at first glance. A company can report strong earnings, but its stock price can still fall. Another company can report weaker results, yet its stock price rises. To someone new, this feels irrational, but in reality, the market is not reacting to the present, it is reacting to the difference between expectations and reality. If expectations were extremely high and the company only meets them instead of exceeding them, investors may sell. If expectations were low and the company performs slightly better than feared, investors may buy aggressively. In this sense, the stock market is less like a scoreboard and more like a prediction machine. It constantly updates its view of the future based on new information, whether that information comes from earnings reports, economic data, interest rate changes, or even global news events. But the real structure behind this system becomes clearer when you understand how trades actually happen. When you press buy on a trading app, it feels immediate and personal, but in reality, your order is entering a vast network of participants. At the center of this network are institutions known as market makers. Market makers exist to ensure that there is always liquidity in the system. Liquidity simply means that there is always someone willing to buy when you want to sell, and someone willing to sell when you want to buy. Without them, the market would become unstable, with large price gaps and chaotic movement. However, market makers are not trying to predict the future of companies. They are not betting on whether stocks will go up or down in the long term. Their role is structural. They profit from facilitating trades and maintaining balance in the system. This means the actual movement of prices is not controlled by a single group, but instead emerges from millions of interactions happening simultaneously across the world. And in modern markets, a significant portion of those interactions are no longer human. Today, a large share of trading volume is driven by algorithmic systems. These are automated programs designed to react to price movements, news releases, and statistical signals in fractions of a second. These systems do not think in terms of stories or emotions. They respond to patterns. If momentum is rising, they may buy. If volatility increases, they may reduce exposure. If a threshold is triggered, they act instantly. When these systems interact with each other, they can create powerful feedback loops. A small price movement can trigger algorithmic buying, which pushes prices higher, which triggers even more buying. The same can happen in reverse during sell-offs. This is one of the reasons markets can move so quickly without obvious explanation. What looks like panic or excitement is often a chain reaction between automated systems reacting to each other. But even with all this complexity, the foundation of price movement remains surprisingly simple. Every stock price is the exact point where buyers and sellers agree to transact at a given moment. And that agreement is constantly shifting based on new information and changing expectations. To understand why expectations matter so much, you have to understand how valuation works in the market. A stock is essentially a reflection of future cash flows. Investors are not paying for what a company is doing today, they are paying for what they believe it will earn in the future. This is why macroeconomic factors like interest rates have such a strong influence on markets. When interest rates are low, future earnings become more valuable in today's terms, which often pushes stock prices higher. When interest rates rise, those future earnings are discounted more heavily, which can reduce valuations across the market. But beyond economics and algorithms, there is another force that drives everything: human psychology. Markets are deeply emotional systems. When prices rise, confidence increases, and more people feel comfortable investing. This added demand pushes prices even higher, reinforcing optimism. When prices fall, fear spreads just as quickly. Investors begin to sell to avoid further losses, which increases downward pressure and creates a cycle of panic. This emotional feedback loop is why market movements often feel exaggerated. Humans do not respond to gains and losses in a perfectly rational way. Losses tend to feel more powerful than gains, which leads to faster selling during downturns than buying during upswings. Over time, however, emotion tends to fade, and fundamentals begin to matter more again. Companies that are strong, adaptable, and growing tend to recover and expand in value, while weaker companies struggle to regain momentum. This is why long-term investing behaves differently from short-term trading. Short-term movements are dominated by emotion, noise, and reaction. Long-term movements are shaped by growth, innovation, and economic reality. When you zoom out far enough, the stock market stops looking chaotic. Instead, it starts to resemble a system designed to continuously reassess the value of human progress. If you are just starting out, the most important shift in mindset is to stop trying to predict short-term movements. The market is far too fast, too emotional, and too complex for consistent short-term prediction. Instead, focus on long-term participation rather than short-term speculation. Diversification reduces risk by spreading exposure across many companies instead of relying on a single outcome. Many investors use broad market funds like index trackers because they provide exposure to entire sectors of the economy rather than individual stock picking. In today's financial environment, markets are being shaped by a combination of new and traditional forces. Artificial intelligence has significantly increased trading speed and market responsiveness. Interest rate changes continue to influence global liquidity. At the same time, more retail investors than ever are participating in markets through digital platforms. This creates an environment that feels faster and more volatile than in previous decades. Yet despite all these changes, the underlying mechanism remains the same. Prices still move based on supply and demand, driven by expectations about the future. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a comment telling us which stock you would choose, and turn on notifications because the AI investment race is only getting started. And trust me, the next phase of this market could be even bigger than the first. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful weekend.